Terra Australis Incognita. This was the name of a continent. Ancient Europeans believed it existed in the far south, created to balance the land masses of the northern and southern hemispheres. In the end, this belief turned out to be false. However, European explorers eventually discovered a large island in the southern part of the world. They went on to colonize the land, dividing it between the British and the Dutch, each claiming their share. The story is pretty long, and we'll be getting into more details about it in the upcoming videos. But in the end, they chose to name this island Australia, taking inspiration from the legendary continent. And it was actually the ancient Greeks who first came up with that name. I've landed in Australia, which is the 88th country I visited, or should I say continent. I applied for the visa online using my Jordanian passport, and to my surprise, I got it. Now, it's time to explore Australia. Australia is so far away that its distance causes most of the world to overlook it and its news. Honestly, all we ever hear about Australia is that it's full of spiders and snakes. But those days of ignorance are over. Ibn Hattuta has arrived in Australia, and the adventure has begun. Today, I'm in Melbourne, Australia's biggest city, and I'm excited to explore it with you. In the next few videos, I'll take you through all kinds of interesting aspects of this incredible country. Let's go! I'm currently in my early days here, so I'm just forming my initial impressions of the country. But so far, it's clear that this place is a lot of fun to explore. It feels somewhat similar to how I imagine America, even though I haven't been there yet. For some reason, very few people have filmed in Australia, so I didn't have any prior impressions before coming here, other than hearing that there are many dangerous animals. I've also been told there are a lot of spiders that could potentially kill you. But I'm still alive and unbitten, thank God. As you can see, the city is filled with many cutting-edge skyscrapers. It has that vibrant vibe with bustling crowds, people in a hurry, street music filling the air, and a multitude of cafes around every corner. It is very famous for its cafe culture. Every corner has a cafe. We'll start by strolling through the city. Let's see what this trip has in store for us. I've just started walking and noticed the walls are filled with Free Palestine graffiti and photos showing what's happening in Palestine. There are also protests happening at universities, where students are speaking out against the massacres occurring in Palestine and Gaza. I'll follow the signs that will lead me to one of the student-organized protests. I have no idea about what's happening there, but let's find out. A history lecture concerning the Nakba is being held at one of the campus protests. They are trying to educate students about Palestine and its history. There's also another protest calling for a ceasefire and opposing the policies that promote occupation. Honestly, I really respect that. My first stop is the library in the state of Victoria. It is regarded as the oldest free library not only in Australia, but in the world. I went to the highest point in the library, right under the dome. That's the library behind me over there. It's fantastic. The camera does not do this location justice. I went inside earlier, but it was too quiet to speak. The library contains plenty of space for anyone who wants to study, work, or simply rest. There is free Wi-Fi and you can sit in any of the various rooms for free. The dome inside was the largest reinforced concrete dome in the world at that time. Hello, I want one smoked salmon, one prawn, please.
One smoked salmon, one prawn?
Yeah.
Okay, $5 please.
Okay, card?
Yeah.
Okay. I've heard that one of the most famous dishes here is sushi served like a sandwich, making it a popular and affordable street food option. So I couldn't resist grabbing a couple of pieces from a sushi shop I came across. Let's give it a try. It's avocado with salmon, right?
Yeah, avocado and smoked salmon.
Smoked salmon.
Smoked cooked salmon. Yeah.
Very nice. Is it like famous food here in Australia, in Melbourne?
Yes.
It's still my first day, so I don't know.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank
I
you,
have
let's
to
see.
give you free.
Oh no, thank you. Thank you. Let's see how the sushi sandwich tastes. More? Wow. Mmm. It tastes amazing. This cost me $2.50 Australian, which is about $2 US. Honestly, having 2 of these makes for a really good snack, and it's such a great price. Wow. I was worried about the costs in Australia, but it seems I'll be living off sushi.
Hi, can I have 1 egg and 1 California?
I really enjoyed it, so I went ahead and grabbed another one, this time with tuna. Mmm. This is Melbourne's Chinatown. In every country where Chinese people dwell, they establish a town-like neighborhood known as Chinatown. In fact, Chinatown in Melbourne is considered the oldest one in the Western world and is still very much alive and bustling. As I walk around here, I see shops with signs in Chinese selling all kinds of Chinese goods and delicious food catering to the local Chinese community. See how everything is written in Chinese? Trams in the city center are totally free, guys. What's better than free transportation? Look, there are a bunch of seagulls here. They're fighting. Have you ever seen seagulls fight? Before coming to Australia, I had 3 preconceived notions. First, that it's an incredibly expensive country. Second, that it's home to many dangerous animals, including spiders and snakes. And third, that obtaining a visa would be quite difficult. In this video, I aim to address some of these questions and see if I can find answers by the end. Are they really true or not? Let's find out. Actually, the situation here has been the polar opposite of what I expected. This city, Melbourne, was once known as Batmania. No, not after Batman the superhero, but because the mayor of the region had the surname Batman and wanted to name the city after himself. So for a while it was called Batmania. Over time, however, the name changed to honor another surname, which I can't quite recall right now. Maybe it was Dar Melbourne or something. And that's how Melbourne got its name. Right now, I'm at the memorial dedicated to Australians who lost their lives in World War I. It's called the Shrine of Remembrance. The architecture here really reminds me of ancient Greek buildings, and it's such a stunning sight. It was established after World War I because the bodies of fallen soldiers were not returned to their families, creating a deep need for a place where people could honor their memory and pay their respects. Built in the 1930s, this beautiful shrine serves as a powerful symbol of remembrance. Inside, there's also a museum that offers visitors a chance to explore and learn more about the history of the World Wars, including personal stories and significant events that shaped our world. The World Wars had a great impact on Australia, especially in the formation of their national identity before the World War. I mean, Australia is a relatively new country, so their sense of belonging was still weak. The martyrs of the homeland significantly contributed to shaping the national identity. Their sacrifices emphasized the importance of defending the homeland and standing up for their beliefs, agendas, and political visions. So for them, the First and Second World Wars greatly impacted Australia and its people. Their relationship with the West, notably America and Britain, strengthened during the war, providing them with an identity they lacked before the war.
You were with Abu Chakra Sabag, do I remember correctly?
Yes, that's me, Ibn Hattuta.
Yeah, I know you.
How is everything? Good.
What are you doing here?
I came for tourism.
Welcome to Australia.
Say hi to the vlog.
Greetings, everyone. How are you?
Where are you from?
I am from Ethiopia.
It's nice to meet you.
We live in Damascus in Syria.
It is written here that this memorial was erected by a group of people who honor the memory of the men and women from Victoria who served the empire during the Great War of 1914 to 1918. I just entered the Royal Botanic Gardens in Melbourne, and the best part? Entry is free. Right now you can see that all the trees are displaying beautiful autumn colors. In the Arab countries, we're at the end of spring right now. But here, the winter is just around the corner, which makes the autumn colors stand out beautifully. It's May and it's beautiful here. This botanical garden in Melbourne is absolutely massive, but unfortunately, I don't have enough time to explore every corner of it.
سامعين صوت الطبيعة؟ صوت الطيور؟
You'll find free water stations everywhere around here. I've arrived at the Parliament, the last stop for today. There's been a protest supporting Palestine for a while now. How are you? What's up?
What brought you here, man?
I'm here to fight.
To fight with us?
Yeah.
You might want to think that over.
The guys from the Palestinian community here invited me to have dinner with them. We had Jordanian mansaf. My impression from the first 2 days is that it's a clean and organized country, and the people are much nicer than I expected. There are a lot of coffee lovers here, and because there's such a wide variety of races, I didn't feel out of place at all. However, to truly experience Australia, I had to get out of the city.
Morning.
Good morning. It's a new day here in Australia. Today, I've left the city to explore a bit of Australia's stunning nature, as it's famous for its beautiful landscapes. About an hour to an hour and a half from Melbourne, there's a road with a really fascinating story behind it. I can't wait to share that story with you all in just a bit. Along this road, you can expect to drive for about 3 hours. And let me tell you, the beaches and stunning natural scenery are absolutely incredible. We'll be exploring this route together over the next few days. To make this trip even better, I contacted my friend Shmiran. Good morning.
Good morning.
Shmiran is originally from Iraq and has been living in Australia for 13 years now. She knows the local area inside and out and has traveled extensively around the world. This is just the beginning of our journey together. How's everything going with you?
All good, and you?
I'm good too. Isn't this view amazing?
It truly is.
Shmiran has come here around 15 times, so she no longer considers it exceptional. This route begins in the town of Torquay. After driving for around 3 hours, you'll be surrounded by thousands of stunning sights. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. This location is known as Rock Point. Can you believe I've been in Australia for 3 days and have yet to see a single spider? But guess what's on my backpack? A ladybug. That's what they call it, correct? I'm currently chatting with Shmiran, asking her if she
Not
enjoys
bad.
this place. All the places in Australia look the same for her. We are still at the beginning of our journey. This location isn't even marked on most maps, so few people know about it. We stopped here because our journey is about to begin. Let's go back to the car. Next, we'll travel along the Great Ocean Road. These beaches are well known for the sport of wave surfing. So there are people here taking a surfing lesson. I'm not gonna join them. Australia's waters are packed with creatures hungry for your blood. May they rest in peace. They appear to have forgotten where they are. This is only the start of the Great Ocean Road. We're now heading to the city of Anglesey. Let's go. Over there, we might catch a glimpse of some kangaroos. So far, I've only spotted one during this entire trip, and it was crossing the road right in front of us. We almost ran over it. Now let's see if we can find some more. We're going to see kangaroos today. What's the plural of kangaroo?
Is it kangaroos?
Yeah, kangaroos. So we're off to see the kangaroos. We've arrived in Anglesey, and there's a golf course here, but it's also home to a bunch of kangaroos. I mean, I came all the way to Australia just to see them, right? Look, guys, look at what I'm gonna show you. Don't laugh. Look, guys, the road here is marked with parking spots for each car. But guess what? Shmiran decided to park right on the line, and people say that women drive better than men. What do you think, Shmiran? Are they better? Oh my god, the way she's driving is making me lose my mind. Look how each space fits like 3 cars, and she's parked in a space where 3 other cars could fit. At first, she parked directly on the line. Oh my god.
It's like 1 centimeter.
Yeah. So when it crawls into it from the birth canal into its mother's pouch, in here, a pouch,
Yeah.
and it attaches to a teat. She's got 4 teats, 2 different qualities of milk. So it attaches itself to a teat. So for 3 months it's force-fed. And then it ends up about this size. No, it comes in and out of a pouch till he's about 9 months. And then at that stage he's too big. So we still feed it that size. The males grow up to 2 metres and up to 95 kilograms.
The kangaroos are all lying down. They're soaking up the sun.
They feed early in the morning and later at night, and during the day they just laze around and sleep.
We came across a large group of kangaroos, and now we were learning about them. Each group or mob usually consists of 20 to 30 kangaroos, with each group having a dominant male in command. He's the only one who can mate with the females in the group. No other male can confront him or become dominating until they get older and become in charge. Among this mob of kangaroos, that one over there is the leader. You can tell because they're usually the biggest. It sits like a king keeping watch over his domain. Meanwhile, that male over there has no power in this group. This one right here is the king of the mob.
Group. هذا الزلمة هون.
A kangaroo's tail is its balance. If you'd cut off their tail, they couldn't move. Their spine goes from top of the head to the end of their tail. It has to put its tail down to lift its hind legs up.
So the tail is part of the spine.
Yeah, and then, when they fight, look.
So it stands on the tail and hits with the
and
legs.
Kicks.
Oh.
That's how strong the tail is.
They spend most of their time lying down. They eat in the early morning. Their food is mostly grass, which is why they love being here on the golf course. It's all grass. At night, they eat again, but during the day, they usually just sleep on the ground.
In the pouch and the birth canal, they're connected?
Different. Totally different.
So how they go from outside?
It comes from outside in her birth canal and crawls up into her pouch. Her pouch is a big sack.
Most fights that happen between kangaroos is for dominance. You'll see the males fighting each other to determine who controls the group. This is an example of the dominant kangaroo in the group.
How does the dominant male have time to mate with all the females?
Well, you have to ask him, I don't know.
And just like that, we've learned our morning lesson about kangaroos. What a perfect way to start the day. You can't just keep saying it in this way. It's kangaroo, kangaroo, kangaroo. Shmiran, when you have space, all this space, why cross the line? The views along the road are starting to get nicer. We're seeing more of the sea. We're getting closer to the ocean as we drive. And from the drone from above, the view is amazing. After the Australian soldiers returned from World War I, many of them were suffering from post-war trauma. They needed to be rehabilitated into Australian society. But for them, finding suitable work was difficult. So 3,000 soldiers who returned decided to undertake a great achievement in memory of the Australian victims of World War I. They decided to work on building a road approximately 240 kilometers long, passing through the southern part along the ocean in the state of Victoria, Australia. This area had no road at all. The only way to reach this place was either through tough, rugged dirt roads or by sea. So these 3,000 soldiers grabbed pickaxes, shovels, and probably whatever other tools they could get their hands on, and started building the road themselves. They began carving their way through the mountains, creating a road that would connect all the villages along the southern coast of Victoria. Today, this road is called the Great Ocean Road. It's a great road because it's one of the most beautiful drives you can take in the world. It's truly considered one of the most beautiful, and along the way, there are 1,000 sites where you can stop and admire. Today, this road remains a memorial to the Australian soldiers. Anyway, I'm now standing at the memorial dedicated to those soldiers. So as we can see here, we have two soldiers, one holding a pickaxe and one holding a shovel. That's what we call it. I'm not sure what you guys call it. And here we have something like a depiction of the war. As we can see, war medals. And here we have a stone carrier, like the ones they used while digging the road. The name of this monument is the Diggers. What a view! If we were to stop at every place with a beautiful view, we'd probably be on the road for a month. See these mountains over here? Every bit of this was dug by hand, just so we could have a road running through here. Thanks to the hard work and dedication of Australian soldiers, we now have this incredible road. If they hadn't set their minds to achieve this, we wouldn't be able to reach this area. It's a fantastic road, and it mostly has breathtaking views like this. What did you say? You didn't see the sidewalk?
No, I didn't see the sidewalk.
You didn't see it?
Why you didn't tell me there was a sidewalk?
While we were driving, I spotted a group of birds on the side of the road, so I couldn't resist getting out to take a closer look. They look so unique. I don't know exactly what they are, but they kind of look like parrots. I think the Australian parrot has a yellow feather on its head. They say that Australia, being such a distant continent and largely isolated for much of history, had no humans. So, most of the animals and creatures here are found nowhere else but in Australia. We've arrived at another lookout, but be careful, there's no sidewalk here. If you keep going, you'll end up in the ocean. All right. We're good to go. We've now arrived at a city called Lorne, and look at the view from up here. That's incredible. Guys, we lost the drone signal because we went behind a mountain, and so the connection got lost. It returned on its own to where it took off, and look exactly where it landed. It returned by itself and landed here, right next to the road. Because I launched it from beside the road, it landed in the exact same spot where I launched it from. Much respect, really. It landed exactly in the same spot it took off from. Look at how narrow the road is in certain spots. Clearly, they didn't have enough space to make it any wider. We made a quick stop along the road because we were starving. So I grabbed this chicken sandwich and Shmeran got an egg sandwich. Just so you know the prices in Australia. This sandwich is 15 Australian dollars, which is about 13 US dollars. As we're eating, a bunch of birds keep coming over. All of them are colorful, strange, and new to me. Look at this legendary beautiful bird. Where is it headed? It's on the trash can. You'd think a bird like this should be in the Amazon rainforest, deep in nature. What are you doing by the trash? You deserve better, little bird. Look, that's a kangaroo over there. Is that how male kangaroos stand like? Oh. Are you hearing this? Weird. It's the first time I've seen an animal with muscles like that. It's like that every gym guy, you know? The one who goes to the gym every day? That's how muscular it is. Look at how the baby is sitting inside her pouch.
Oh.
We made a quick stop at this beautiful spot called Kennet River Nature Walk. It's a scenic hiking trail surrounded by nature, and we're just at the start. And along the way you might see lots of animals, especially the famous ones in Australia, like koalas. We just saw a koala here on this tree. As you can see, everyone's taking pictures. There's a koala here. I tried to take a picture with my phone, but it's a bit far up there. I got a couple of shots, but we're going to try to find a closer one. According to the sign, they've set traps here to reduce the fox population. They've got a big issue with wild foxes here in Australia. They've become overpopulated. Australia actually has a lot of issues with different kinds of animals, and it's something we'll dive into later on. They've put up a sign here warning pet owners to be cautious, as their dogs or other pets might accidentally eat one of the poison traps. For those who love hiking or walking through nature, there are endless trails here. If you want to hike in the national parks, you'll never run out of trails. We just realized that we've been walking the wrong trail the entire time. This is the one we were actually supposed to take, the Kennet River Walk. One of the most important animals you'll spot here is the koala. Koalas are unique to Australia, and if you're walking these trails, chances are you'll see them hanging out in the trees. Oh, there's a kangaroo coming. Oh, not one, there are 4.
Oh!
This place brings a huge sense of inner peace. From the sound of the river combined to the sound of the birds, the smell here is incredible. The dampness of the leaves combined with the fresh, clean air creates such a refreshing atmosphere.
What's that black thing over there?
A log? So far, I'm really impressed with Australia. I mean, in just 3 days, we visited one of the most advanced cities in the world. We drove along one of the most beautiful coastal roads in the world. And now we're hiking through forests where we are seeing animals I've never seen before. So for now, I definitely recommend visiting Australia and give it a thumbs up. So if you haven't subscribed, do it, because I know half of you watching aren't subscribed. Check the button below and take your time. I'll wait for you for 5 seconds. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. By now you should have hit that subscribe button.
Subscribe.
Let's continue.
Where did we come?
I don't know. Did you see that? Did you see that?
50?
No, no way.
Never mind, I was just scaring her. It's really nice though. But I feel like something is biting me. Or am I just paranoid? We're starting to enter the Australian jungle. We're really off track and far from where we began. Wow. Look out!
Oh my god.
It's nighttime and we're still driving, guys. So now we're heading to a farm where we've booked our stay. It's in the middle of nature and we'll see animals in the morning. Good night, and we'll see you tomorrow. But before we say goodnight, I want to show you the place. We just arrived and honestly, it's really nice. Let me give you a tour. Look at how beautiful the cabin is. Wow, it's really nice. We even have this room here, enough for a whole family. Here's another room, and this one is the master bedroom. Amazing! And we have a full bathroom. It seems like there's a sauna in here. Nope, just a bathroom, no sauna. Did you turn it on?
Like this? Come see. Right?
I think so, yeah. We also have a fireplace here, since it's winter now, and we need some warmth. All the fireplace gear is right here.
All is set. I lit the fire. Imagine this with the rain in the morning.
I don't really know how to work a fireplace, but I think we succeeded in lighting it. Good morning from our farm. For our luck, it's raining. It's been about a week without any rain, just sunshine. Today we're getting some dramatic weather. But the view is amazing. We met the farm owner and she told us they mainly raise sheep here.
The Johanna River is in the valley, that's our border, so those big green hills that rise up out of the valley, that's our neighbour's farm, and he also farms sheep. If it wasn't cloudy, this is your ocean view, so if you're looking through there, you're looking at the Southern Ocean.
Okay.
Until the rain stops, let's have some coffee and enjoy the view. As we're sitting, I look at the table and, oh, there's a bug. It looks cute. It seems adorable. Here it is. In Australia, even though some animals and bugs might look harmless, they've been evolving their venom for millions of years. When you get close, they quickly switch into predator mode. It's definitely a bit scary here. So as a tip, it's best to steer clear of any bugs. We're saying goodbye to the cabin. It was a nice experience, honestly. The fireplace last night kept us really warm and made the house feel like it was on fire. And that's the view we're leaving behind now. Unfortunately. Look over there, you can see the sheep. Before we leave the farm, we're going to take a quick stroll to see the animals here. Then we'll head off and continue on the Great Ocean Road.
What happened to that car?
Oh, it was a good car once upon a time, and then we just parked it there and built a fence around it. So we used it on the farm for a few years, and then we didn't use it, so we just parked it there, and it's been sitting there for 22 years.
Ah, and just the weather did this to it.
Yes, it's just the wind blew the roof off.
Oh.
You know when you go to the supermarket and buy Australian lamb? Australian sheep are pampered in their homeland, but when they come to our countries, they become the meat to our mansaf.
And sometimes they have two different coloured eyes.
Wow, look at how this dog has such unique and different colored eyes.
Sack. Oh, he's a pretty boy.
Do you see that thing moving up there? There are koalas on the farm. I think there are a lot of them. Shmiran, the animal lover.
Look, they all love me.
The business here is sheep farming. They have 300 sheep, and every September when they breed, they sell them to the local market and start over again. And on the farm, they also have chickens. Whoever stays here, they can come in the morning, collect eggs from the chicken coop, take them back to the cabin and cook them. They do this for guests so they can enjoy fresh eggs in the morning. In general, a big part of the Australian population lives in rural areas. Farmers love this lifestyle, especially when someone retires and buys a farm to take care of. Now, continuing along the Great Ocean Road, we've arrived at our first stop, the 12 Apostles. Think of it as a group of stunning rock formations, similar to Rocher Rock in Lebanon. But here, there are several of them instead of just one. You can go and see them up close, and they look absolutely stunning. Before we head out, just a quick warning, there are some dangerous wildlife in this area. Oh boy. The view in real life is even more breathtaking than what you see on camera. I didn't expect it to be this incredible.
You've seen it 10 times and you think it's the same, right?
Yeah, same old.
Same old?
It's fine.
Everything is the same old for her. The view feels like a massive movie screen, almost as if you're watching a film where the colors have been beautifully edited and enhanced with Photoshop.
The view is surreal.
I didn't expect it to be this beautiful. These formations over there are called the 12 Apostles, supposedly because there were originally 12 limestone rocks rising in the middle of the ocean. But actually, they were 9, not 12. And one of them broke, so now they are 8. But they named them the 12 Apostles because it's more appealing and attracts more tourists. Yeah, and that's where the number 12 comes from. Enjoy the view, guys. They're even more breathtaking in person than in photos. The ocean view, the crashing waves, and the overall atmosphere are incredible. With the rain today, it all feels quite dramatic. The age of these rock formations is estimated to be around 15 million years. That means they're just a little older than I am. They've been standing here for 15 million years only. This is considered one of the most beautiful spots on the Great Ocean Road. Now, if we head in that direction a bit, we'll find some other different rock formations. Did you hear that?
I don't know. I didn't hear anything.
We stopped at another place called Loch Ard Gorge. I'm not sure what exactly it is, but again, views of rock formations.
Sure.
Just listen to the sound of the waves coming from down there. Since we're walking here, let me tell you a bit about Australia's history. The first people who lived in Australia were, of course, the indigenous tribes, who have been here for about 50,000 to 65,000 years. They are considered one of the oldest continuous human civilizations, and this same culture that began 50,000 years ago continues to thrive today. We'll talk about the stories of these tribes later, but the first Europeans to come to Australia were explorers, Dutchmen. But they didn't colonize it right away. They named the western part New Holland, but the Dutch weren't very successful at colonization back then. They would establish a presence but couldn't maintain it, so they ultimately lost it. But the first person to arrive here and take it seriously was Captain James Cook, the British explorer and navigator. When he got here, he was taken by the area. He interacted with the local tribes, stirred up some trouble, and reported back to Britain about this place, which led them to establish a colony in Australia. After the colony was established, they named the area New South Wales to honour Wales in Britain, showing its connection to the British homeland. The western part of the island was called New Holland. Eventually the British took control of the entire island. It became a British colony, and I'll share more about that later. For now, let's head to another beach nearby. We're back on the road, but generally speaking, Australia isn't a very old country. The first British colony here was established around the year 1788, so about 250 years ago. It took about 18 years after James Cook arrived for them to return to Britain, gather people, and come back to stir things up here. Let's go. let's continue our way. Oh, is that a baby kangaroo?
Yeah, it's still a baby.
This view caught my eye while I was driving, so I decided to stop here. It's really beautiful. Each spot feels different from the other, even though it's all ocean. But each one has slight differences that make it beautiful. After Australia became a British colony, one of Britain's practices was to send people who had committed crimes, mainly minor offenses, rather than serious ones, here to serve as laborers. This included many individuals with manual skills, who were used to help develop the new colony. Instead of imprisoning them in Britain, they chose to send these individuals to Australia. This decision created a lasting reputation that still lingers today, that Australia is home to Britain's former criminals. In any case, Australia was still a relatively small colony at that time, just beginning to grow and develop its identity in the world. However, one of the significant factors that greatly boosted Australia's population was the discovery of gold in the state of Victoria. They discovered gold here, and soon people from all over the world began sailing to this distant continent at the end of the earth. Before the gold rush, very few people were interested in coming here, but this discovery significantly boosted Australia's population. Now let's get back on the road. Honestly, you can only really experience this stunning view by seeing it for yourself. The camera just doesn't capture it. It's so beautiful. We made a quick stop along the way to grab some lunch and decided to order one of the dishes that Australians enjoy most. This is a popular dish among Australians, right, Shmiran?
Yes, a lot.
And now it's our turn to try it. Of course, it's also quite popular in Britain, so it looks like they brought it over from there. The meal came to $45 per person, which included the fish and a drink. Just to give you an idea about the prices, I'm not sure how they made it, but it's really delicious. Maybe because it's a bit greasy. Overall, it was an excellent meal, possibly one of the tastiest fish and chips I've ever had. Honestly, guys, the Great Ocean Road is something else. The views from the window are beyond anything you can imagine, especially today with the waves crashing angrily against the rocks. We're really lucky to experience it like this. As we're driving along the road by the ocean, the view is overwhelming. Respect, honestly, this is a road worth coming to and driving on. We're approaching sunset hour now. We are saying goodbye to the Great Ocean Road and I'm heading straight to the airport. Before the sun sets, I just want to say that this was our first experience in Australia, a country I've always wanted to visit, and I finally made it here. I haven't taken enough time yet to fully develop my first impression of Australia. But so far, I'm really happy with the experience. It's even more beautiful than I imagined. The nature, the animals I've seen. I'm still looking for spiders and snakes. I haven't found a single one yet. But I'm optimistic, hopefully in the coming days, in our trip in Australia. I hope you enjoyed this video like I did. I'll be sharing more about the history, the people, the culture, the food, and all those things very soon. So from this location, we'll end our first video in Australia. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to give a big thanks to Shmiran for joining me today. She's the one who suggested this amazing road trip. It turned out to be a truly entertaining journey, and I really appreciate her for making it happen. Anyone coming to Australia, you must visit the Great Ocean Road. It's very nice. May your journeys be many. See you in future videos. Goodbye.